How's it going, guys? Jani here, and what you just saw here was up to $15,000 every single day without a product, without sending emails, without customer support, just by doing something called the Commission Hero Method, which we're going to go into in just a moment. But I know you guys are here for the pocket money funnel, which is how I taught my student how to make around $200 a day, which is pocket money. It's like, and if you don't know what pocket money is, it's like in the UK we've got this term. It's like when your mum gives you pocket money or like an allowance just to like buy coffee or buy candy or pay for gas, right? That's what you guys are in here for the pocket money funnel. And we're going to go into that in in the videos below. But I'm at this event here. It's like a secret mastermind event with a lot of super successful super affiliates, and I met this guy here, Robby, and we'll get into who he is and why you need to listen in just a moment. And those statistics I just showed you, we was in the event earlier on, and this is the first time we've met, right?
First time, yeah.
So I saw this guy. He was like on his phone, and he was just like looking at these stats, and I was like, $15,000 a day, like every single day. And the funny thing is, like sometimes like these gurus, they have like these, they show you these income screenshots, but they're not like consistent. Maybe they've done it by selling their own products or doing a launch, right? But this guy here, I was so interested. I was like, hey man, that's like, if you don't mind me asking, like what is it that you're doing? Yeah. And this guy, he basically is, he's an affiliate. He's basically done what I'm going to share with you in the pocket money funnel, but taking it to like the 10x, 20x level. And the crazy part about it is that it's the same thing. He's just added a few different things to the system, which he's gonna share with us today to take it to the next level. So what we're gonna do is we go, and this is a bonus, by the way, in case you didn't realize. So we love to over deliver. We are going to share how you can use the same concept as a pocket money funnel, but get 10x results by not really doing much extra work, by making a few tweaks in the system and taking it to that next level. So yeah, we'll get into it right now.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
let's do it.
So Rob, how long have you been well, let's go over your story. So how did you get started in this whole thing, and how did you go from because I've never we've never met before, and you went from where you were to crazy amounts of money, and that's not even by selling your own product. No, you're not doing any drop shipping, customer fulfillment or anything like that. So give us a quick backstory. How did you do that?
Yeah, so let's see. Geez, I mean, I started out as a personal trainer. It's kind of, which is completely has nothing to do with online marketing. So you can see that anyone can do this. So I started as a personal trainer, and then I owned a boot camp. It turned into a CrossFit gym, and then about 5 years ago, I wanted to go online, just because I knew that with my CrossFit gym, you can work as hard as you want, but there's a ceiling, right, with a brick and mortar business. And so what I said, geez, I need to go online, I need to figure it out. So I ended up joining an event and kind of joining a mastermind on how to create your first ClickBank product. It's kind of what it was, right? So I created my first ClickBank product, which was a CrossFit-based product. And I remember going to the event, I remember having the product done, I remember going to every single person there to have them promote it for me to their email list, and nobody would. And I was like crushed, because I spent all this money on a mastermind, and I had this awesome product. I thought I was gonna make millions, because they're gonna promote it for me, and it was just crickets, right? So I was super frustrated, so I said, what am I gonna do? So it was in Miami. I remember that night, I said, well, you know what, maybe I'll just try to run some Facebook ads to it, Ran some Facebook ads, and woke up the next morning, and I had 3 sales. And I said, oh my God, like, I had 3 sales, how that, like, I called my parents, did you buy my product? They said, no, I didn't, no. So that's what kind of got me on the path. And then I quickly realized that I am way better at running traffic, like running paid ads, than I am at creating products. And so, for me, I didn't want, I had to deal with like, customers and creating the product and all that stuff I don't want to do, right? I just want to, that's not the dream that I signed up for. So I kind of realized, well, what if I promote other people's products? Because, I looked on ClickBank, there's all these like high converting products, and they spend all the time with getting a copywriter to write the VSLs and having all the research and the time tested everything, right? All I need to do is just send eyeballs to the page. Like, that's all I need to do. And so that's when things started to really take off for me, and I started to promote other people's products. And then, it kind of, snowballed. It went from making like $100 a day to, $200 a day to $1,000 to $5,000, $10,000. Then, I've gotten to the point now where, I've made as much as $50,000 in a day, just as an affiliate. And And I've gotten so good at it that I've actually became the #1 ClickBank affiliate in the entire world. Not just saying that, that's documented. You can ask ClickBank, they'll tell you. Because a lot of people say they're #1. Yeah, that's kind of how I've gone down this path of just being a gym owner to now, 5 years later, being where I am today.
Right. Yeah. So it's funny because you started as a gym owner, so you actually had a brick and mortar business, you invested a lot of money into that, and then you said a ClickBank product.
I did, yeah.
Based around fitness, which is your passion, right?
It is.
And then you tried to sell your own product, but you couldn't do that. So what's funny is that you done the reverse and you started promoting other people's products as an affiliate.
Yeah.
And you done that by using Facebook to get targeted people to specific offers, like whether it's people that want to lose weight or want to improve their relationships or stuff like that. Yeah. And you managed to come up with this method, which we're going to go into in a moment, where you basically, and because you see a lot of the reasons why I failed as well when I first started, and a lot of the people watching now may have failed is because they've spent loads of money buying products that teach them ineffective methods, and really some of the gurus that are selling these products, a lot of the money they make is by selling those products and not actually practicing what they preach. Yeah. So like you've actually you've done it. Yeah. So that's that's fantastic. And then obviously in the pocket money funnel that we're going to go through below, we're going to show you like the way to start seeing results with that. But if you can 10x those results with not really much extra work, just by not understanding what Robby's about to share, then then that'll be amazing, right? Like $50,000 in a single day, and it's like every single day you're getting consistent 4 or 5 figure results every single day as an affiliate, and you don't have to do any products, no customer support. Because I recently spoke to one of my students, and one of their biggest issues was like, most people don't want to talk to anyone, right? They don't want to do any customer support. Most people don't actually want to operate a quote unquote business, right? They just want to make money. So I started in this because I wanted to make money, right? And obviously I've grown and we've grown involved, and now we see it as more of a business. But for the average person, they just want to make a few $100s extra, even if it's a week, right? Just to pay their bills or to get out of the current debt situation that they might be in. So let's go over the maybe 3 tips or the system that you use of how a beginner would go from where they are now. What would they need to do and we're actually going to be doing by the way, I've convinced Rob to do a live training which is going to be in a couple of days time, which if you look below there'll be a date that has the information. I'd recommend after you're watching this, if not now, click the link, secure your spot with its actual live training webinar that we're going to be doing. So where we're going to be sharing the full system, okay? But before that, so coming back to now, let's go over like an overview. So what would this person watching right now, they want to start seeing results, start making money, what would be your process that you'd tell someone to do?
Yeah, great question. So most people, so I really focus on paid traffic. I'm a big believer in paid traffic, and I think that a lot of people get intimidated by that. They get scared by that. They think they have to spend thousands of dollars a day to get started, and that's not true. Like when I first started, guys, I spent $20 a day, like $20 a day, and I remember going to $30 a day and be like, oh my god, like I was freaking out. But you don't have to start with a lot of money, right? Like people think you have to make thousands, spend thousands. You don't. $20 a day is more than enough, okay? And the reason why I love paid traffic is because it's, first of all, it's more consistent. Organic stuff is a little bit trickier, but for me, really if you want to scale up to big numbers, you got to throw some fuel on the fire, and that's what paid traffic does. So if you're a beginner, the first thing you got to do is you got to decide what product you want to promote, okay? And for me personally, I like to focus on like the 3 big niches, which are going to be health, wealth, and relationships, right? So the reason why is because everybody can relate to those 3 things in one way, shape, or form. So everybody kind of has it built into their DNA. I think it's almost like it's like a primal DNA thing, like where like most people can relate to food, sex, and money, right? And that's like in one way, shape, or form from all the world. And so like a health product, a weight loss product, everybody can relate to that. So it makes it so much easier to market and so much easier to sell, right? And so that's what I focus on. I find the product that I want to promote, and all I do is I'll go on the ClickBank marketplace and I'll just search by popularity. I'll search by top 20 offers. And that's it. That's all I do. Like that's as much research as I do, because I know like if it's a top offer, people have already kind of vetted it. I don't want to be the pioneer. I'm not trying to blaze the trails. Like I'm okay with seeing what other people are doing first and then going off of that, right? So find the offer. After I find the offer, what people make the mistake of is they try to run ads to it right away. Don't do that. Don't do that, right? You got to do a little research. So for me, I like to look at the offer, and I take a pen and paper, and I write down everything about this offer, like what the hook is, like what the pain points are, what their like unique little things are talking about. Like, is it like a 5-second water hack? Is it like a prickly fruit that does, like little things that can separate, me from my advertising? So that's one thing for sure. And then, once I do that, the other thing I do is I build out my avatar, right, which is my ideal customer. So who is this product speaking to? What age are they? Where do they live? Like, what TV shows do they watch? Which magazines do they read? What are they? Like, what makes them tick? What keeps them up at night, right? And so that's really what I focus on, because once you understand that and once you have that written down, everything else gets so much easier, okay? Because then I'm able to build, what should be the next step, which would be building like a pre-sale page, a landing page, and then going into building out your ads. So that's the first thing you have to do is find a product that you want to promote in one of those big niches that is mass market, and then find out who the ideal customer is, and then build out your avatar off of that.
Right. Yeah. So that's fantastic, and see that alone is like most people, even if they've heard of being an affiliate, right? They'll go to ClickBank and then they'll just get a product. They won't know first of all how to find the product that's selling. Sure. Yeah. And because these guys that create these offers in ClickBank, they've spent pretty much millions testing the offers, right? Yeah. So they are designed to convert like crazy. Yeah. So, and they're designed for affiliates to make money with, because when the affiliate makes money, the product owner makes a lot of money. Yeah. So, so the next part is, before you get traffic, you need to do a little bit of research on the customer avatar, which is the person who's going to be buying the product. Yeah. So, and this is another mistake that a lot of people make. They don't understand that you need to understand who the person is buying. So let's take, for example, a product on losing weight, right? So you'd go to before you even put together your campaign, and these are the things that we'll be sharing in the extended live webinar, because there's obviously there's some sub steps to each step of the process. So you definitely make sure you want to register and attend that one time only exclusive webinar. So you go through, make some notes, and then you'll use that, you said, for your ads and your landing pages. Exactly. Right. Yeah. And landing pages within the Pocket Money funnel, we talk about that as well, which is the landing page and the funnel that my student has used to make the $100 to $200 a day, the Pocket Money. But to take this to the very next level, right, you've got to understand the customer avatar, the person who's buying it. Yeah. So now we've got the landing page. Landing page, if you could explain to a complete beginner what is a landing page and why is it necessary? Why can't a person just send the traffic direct to their affiliate link? Because people are like, why do I need to create a website? Right? And it's another mistake that most people make. They think they can just send traffic direct to the link. Yeah. And this is one of the tips to go from zero to huge numbers like Robby. So maybe you can explain a little bit about why they need a landing page. Yeah, so landing page, I mean, essentially it could be one of two things. Typically is what I do. It'll either be a quiz type or a survey type format, or it'll be like a short article kind of format. And so the ones, when you're just starting out, I would definitely recommend a quiz type survey, because it's a lot easier to get going. It's a lot less likely to screw it up. Right? Because of the article, you have to really, your copywriting skills have to be good and everything. Okay. So, but with the quiz, that's what I do. And the reason why we have a pre-sale page is twofold. The first reason is most of the time you cannot direct link a ClickBank product on Facebook, right? And the reason why is just because of all the issues Facebook has with it. Sometimes it's just not, you can't do it. You used to be able to do it, which was awesome, but now you can't. But it's okay, because we adapt. And so the way that we adapt is through the pre-sale page. Now, the other reason why I have a pre-sale page is because there's some psychology behind it, where most of the people, like I don't know if you ever woke up in the morning and you're like, man, like I need to lose weight, or I need to get in shape. Like, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go on Facebook and buy a weight loss program. Right? Like nobody does that, right? Yeah. Everybody goes on the Facebook to just check out, see what their friends are doing, like post memes, like that's what they do, right? And so they're not in a buyer's mindset. So it's my job, as the affiliate marketer, to get them in a buyer's mindset. So what I do is I typically, on my ad, I'll pique some curiosity. I'll get them to go to the landing page. The landing page job is to make them be like, wow, like what's going on here? Get them to think about, the questions that I'm asking on the quiz, and by doing that, for the
15, 20 minutes, or 15, 20 seconds or a minute that they're on there to get them to change from that, social mindset, now transition them into a buyer's mindset. So that by the time they finish the quiz, they've already forgotten where they were, which was on Facebook, and now they're more focused on what I'm telling them to do. And so that's what I do. And so basically I run the quiz. A little tip I give everyone with the quiz is I do not ask, like, the first question is the most important one, so don't be like, are you a man or a woman? Like, that's super boring. Who wants to start with that question? Like, ask something weird. Ask something that's going to be curiosity based. Like, something I always like an example is, when you wake up in the morning, do you get up on the right side of the bed or the left side of the bed? Okay. And so I asked that question. The reason why I asked that question is because people are like, okay, the right side of the bed, but well, wait a second. Why is he asking me that? Like, does that matter? Is that important? Should I get up on the left side? Like, so you start all these open loops are created in your head now, and now you want to take the second question. Now you want to take the third question, and so on. So that's the way the landing page works, and it works really, really well. And here's the other thing that's crazy is I've actually found that by having a landing page, it actually increases your sales as opposed to direct linking to an offer.
Yeah. And that's because of, like you said, the psychology aspect, because they've invested time into that, and then now they're thinking why, and it's creating these open loops. And in case you don't know what an open loop is, it's like when someone sees something and they don't understand the full message, and the brain naturally wants to close the loop, right? So that's why they go over to the actual affiliate link to complete what's left open, kind of thing, right? So now, one of the things that newbies, beginners would be asking is like, okay, that's all well and good. Okay, a landing page with a few questions. First of all, how do I create a landing page? I don't have technical skills, and how do I know what to write? So talking about the webinar that we're going to be doing, I think you mentioned something before that you'll be sharing with everyone how they can actually get access to a bunch of basically Robby's ready-made landing pages and campaigns, which is fantastic. So will you be sharing with people how they can access that on the webinar?
For sure. It's my job, and I think, and with my success, I've kind of taken a turn where I want to give back and I want to help people out. Like, that's why I started my gym, because when I started my gym a long time ago, like, I was a skinny kid getting pushed into the lockers, got in shape, had more confidence. I said, geez, if I can do that for myself, I can help other people out. So this is kind of what I've done, with my system now, where I've had my success, being a top affiliate, still doing very well with it, and now I want to give back and help other people experience that same type of freedom. So in order to do that, I have to get rid of all the roadblocks, right? Because people like to get in their own way sometimes. We're like, oh, I'd love to do it, but it's always but. Like, get your butt out of the way, right? So that's super important. So whether it's tech skills or budget or experience, like, all those things you don't need, because it's my goal to make it as smooth sailing as possible, so that way you can get out of your own way and have success.
Right, exactly. So that's that, and then I guess the final piece of the puzzle is the traffic, right? So we've got all this. We've created the cash churning system, right? And the idea with traffic, like you said, we don't want to just rely. So we don't just want to put something up and hope people come to it.
Yeah, we don't.
We want to get predictable traffic to it, so we know every day when we're going to wake up. Like, you saw the screenshots of the income, right? It's like $10,000-$15,000 a day. That's not, he didn't just guess it, right? It's like he set up a specific process and system, which is, we know the product's going to convert. We create this landing page. Now it's like the traffic. How do we get people? So obviously that's what we're going to be talking about more in the webinar. But traffic is basically paid traffic. We're putting money in and we're trying to get more out. So it's like we're putting in $1 and getting back more than $1, right? So that's the whole idea. So in regards to that, a quick overview of what you recommend to people to do in regards to how they would go about the Facebook ads and all that.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, so I think that, a couple things. I think the first thing when it comes to that is I like to target, very broad. That's why we do broad, niches and like health, wealth, relationship, because it makes it super easy for us to, on Facebook, to target. And here's the crazy thing about Facebook is Facebook knows so much about you, it's almost scary, right? Just to give you a stat, like, most Americans, they spend about 58 minutes on their Facebook account every single day, actively. And that's not, that's just actively, like if I were to ask you if you had Facebook open on your phone, like, it's always running in the background, right?
Sure, yeah.
So the more you're on the platform, the more the platform knows about you, which is super sketchy. But for us as marketers, it's amazing because it allows us to laser target. And so, I'm going to show you actually on the training that we're going to do how you can literally just like laser target someone. So if you have a weight loss program, you can literally go to people and find on Facebook people who said, like, I want to lose weight, I'm interested in losing weight. And so if you do that, and you have a product and you put it in front of them, do you think you're going to do really well? Yeah, for sure. So so that's the big thing. We go over all that with Facebook, but. And then we talk about curiosity with the ad, because you can do all the right targeting and everything like that, but if your ad doesn't pique curiosity and get people to stop scrolling, just mindlessly scrolling on their phone, then you have, that's the game. That's where the game starts. And so I'll show you how to do that too. But that's curiosity based, like getting people to be like, what's going on here? Pattern interrupt type of stuff. That's open loops is a huge one. But yeah, that's the part. But that's why I go Facebook, because Facebook knows so much about you. It's a platform most people spend the most time on, and so that's why we're able to win big. And also, there's 2.2 billion active users on Facebook per day. So there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people on there, and it's a big ocean, and there's a lot of fish that you can catch. Yeah.
Wow. See, so that's pretty awesome, and so we're getting predictable traffic that we can, we know that there is someone who wants to lose weight, so we're going to target them, and. Because a lot of people as well, who when you mention Facebook ads, people are like, it's complicated. Like I'm just gonna go and do this, this free method and write some articles, or I'm gonna go and buy this this widget that someone else is selling that's promised free traffic. Guys, that doesn't exist, right? No. You need to know how to target the right person with effective, paid, low-cost traffic methods, and that's what we will be going through in the training. And I think what we'll do is because we've got to go back into the mastermind session now that's happening to continue getting all the great info that's here. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a special live training just for you guys who are part of this program, and where we're going to be going over the extended version of this right in detail, and also we're going to be showing you how you can access and get a copy of all of Robby's highly successful campaigns, the ads, the landing pages, and more importantly the Facebook ad system, because Facebook ads now 2020 is even more advanced, and it's getting even easier because of the machine learning, right? They know how to find people, so it's like once you understand this system, you tap into it and you take action and you be a part of it and you get involved, then there's no reason why you can't succeed. So click the link below and register for this live one-time only web. It is going to be a live webinar, and we probably won't do a replay. So click the link below, register, and once you're registered here, then you can go through obviously the pocket money fund, all the rest of the videos. But I'd highly suggest, because I managed to meet Rob here, and it's like a one-time only thing. Who would have thought that I'd be doing? And one more thing, you probably wondered why we were wearing these t-shirts, and why these t-shirts are going to be responsible for you succeeding really big. Right, and that's why we've got up there, it says Commission Hero, which is the name of the system that we're going to be talking about. Okay, it's called the Commission Hero system, which is a unique method that Robby's come up with himself, as we just talked about, to go over it. Right, so we'll be sharing more about the Commission Hero system, and this is an actual training webinar. We're going to teach you. So once you come on the webinar, when you leave, you're going to leave the webinar with actionable steps to actually take action, get started, and see results. And we'll also share how you can get all the ready-made campaigns. So it's pretty much you don't want to miss this. Okay, so
and I'm gonna do something crazy. So actually, what I'll do on this webinar as well is I'm actually gonna show you an actual ad that I've been running for the last 3 years. Wow. That's made me over $1,000 a day for the last 3 years. All right, so I'll do that for you guys. It's kind of a special bonus for everyone. But you have to be on the live, right? Like you can't just hope for a replay, because there probably won't be one. So definitely be on the live, and I'll do that for you and your tribe. Okay,
fantastic. So if there's one reason to be on the live webinar is to see the $1,000 per day campaign revealed, and you've been running that for 3 years. So it's something that you can. It's been running for 3 years. It's consistent, right? It's not a here today, gone tomorrow. It's consistent. So guys, I'm really excited. Register for the webinar now. Take action, and we look forward to seeing you on this. I can't wait to. I'm learning a lot as well. So guys, see you on the webinar, and take care. We'll see you on the webinar.